Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on another Ambassador Q&A. Ambassadors, can you please introduce yourselves?
I'm David, and I'm currently a 3L.
I'm Kate, and I'm currently a 2L.
I'm Brittany, and I'm currently a 2L.
I'm Marina, and I'm currently a 3L.
Thank you guys for doing this video with us today. I am sure prospective students really appreciate getting some insight from current students. So the first question today is going to be, what is the community at Ave Law like? This question's for Kat and Marina. Marina, you want to start us off?
Sure. For me, the community at Ave Law has always been like one big family. So everybody knows me and I know everybody. Everyone's seen me have good days and everyone's seen me have bad days, and they're there to celebrate you when you're successful, or there to support you and help you out when you need help. So for me, it's just always been like one big family.
I definitely agree with that, Marina, that Ave Law is just like a big family, and the community is a big reason why I chose Ave. As a single parent, I wanted to be somewhere I felt supported, and I have had nothing but support from the community at Ave, from having students help watch my daughter when I didn't have childcare, to professors reaching out to me when she was sick. I truly feel like at Ave I have found a family and a community that truly cares about not only me, but my family as well.
Thank you, guys. So how accessible do you feel professors are at Ave? This question's for Dave and Brittany. Dave?
Yeah, so I think the accessibility of professors has always been, I think, one of the best highlights of Ave. Since Ave is a smaller law school and the classes are smaller sizes, the professors seem to be more accessible due to that. But also the nice thing about it is because we're smaller, professors are, they learn your name quicker. So all in all, you have a more robust experience with the professors, not only them knowing you by name, but also them being accessible pretty much whenever they're on campus.
I agree with that. With Ave Law being such a small school, you're able to see the professors more than you would probably at a larger school. A lot of the professors have open door policies. They have a lot of office hours that you can go and talk to them with. After class, some of them hang around and you can talk to them as well. So they're very accessible, and if you need help, they're always willing to help.
Awesome. Next question is, what opportunities for involvement are at Ave Law?
So one great thing about Ave is that there are lots of opportunities to be involved, and because it's a small school, almost everybody has the possibility to be involved in these organizations and these things on campus. There are lots of orgs. I am the Student Bar Association president, and the Student Bar Association oversees a lot of orgs. I want to say right now we probably have around 17, and so there is definitely an organization for everybody, and that's a great way to get involved, because there you have like-minded individuals who you can relate to and who you can become friends with and receive support from. And these organizations put events on campus, as well as the Student Bar Association that puts on a lot of events on campus. There's also ways to get involved through student engagement and through Office of Professional Development. So even throughout the administration, there are different ways to get involved.
Dave, you're also involved on campus, right?
Yeah, and actually it starts pretty early during your experience at Ave. Your first or fall semester, there's usually going to be a student organization luau. And as a 1L, a lot of the organizations allow 1L reps. So you really get to dive in and get involved with student organizations almost immediately. And because of the small size of Ave, it's nice because your chances of getting an opportunity role then your 2L year certainly rises. Other opportunities for involvement, though, that's also offered. Ave does have a law review and a moot court board, and both of those are good opportunities as well, because you can also earn school credit while doing both of those.
Good point, Dave. Brittany, next question is for you. What was your biggest adjustment your 1L year?
For me, it was my study habits. I was pretty smart, or so I thought I was in undergrad, and coming here, the material is just nothing that you've really ever studied before. So being able to adjust to the Socratic method with being called on by your professors when you didn't think you were going to be called on, and having to think quickly on your feet, having to also take all that material that you've learned and make it into a form of studying that is right for you. I know people do typed up outlines. I myself make giant poster boards, and I study with that way. So just being able to turn around my thinking and the way that I'm studying in order to grasp the material a lot better than I thought I was going to need to. But here we are, and just the studying is what was the biggest thing that needed to be changed.
I think for my biggest adjustment, so after graduating from college, I didn't go straight from college to law school. I went out and worked and traveled for 4 years. So I think the biggest adjustment for me was just getting back into the cycle of school and studying and organizing in a way that put me in the best place to succeed. For my exams, I think the other big adjustment that both Marina and I had both during our 1L year was the big hurricane. So just being able to take a whole bunch of things that kind of get thrown at you and be able to basically organize it so you not only do well in school, but you do well in the many other aspects that you have to manage during your time at law school.
And the final question is going to be for all four. What is the one piece of advice you would give your 1L self? Can we start with Kat?
Yeah. So my biggest piece of advice would be to ask for help. There's no shame in asking for help. No one's going to look down at you or think you're weak for needing help. One of the great things about Ave is I believe it's called the Department for Academic Success now. And if you're struggling, they have different techniques to help you. When I started, I met with someone from the department who helped me come up with time management to make sure I was studying as much as I needed to be, that I was taking time for my family the way I should so that I didn't become overwhelmed or wait till the last second to get anything done. They were also able to give me some practice tests and some practice outlines to do to see where my strengths and weaknesses were, so that when I did study, I was studying more effectively. And I found that reaching out to that department for help really helped me get into law school and not feel so overwhelmed or so scared of everything going on.
Marina?
I guess it would be to take it one day at a time and not let myself get so overwhelmed. I think from the beginning I had goals and I wanted to reach those goals, and every time I accomplished a goal, I could only think about the next goal. I never took time to just breathe and think to myself, okay, this was really cool that I accomplished this. It was always just, okay, well, this is the next thing that I have to do. Like I finished oral arguments and now I have to go on to exams. I didn't even take time to enjoy that or celebrate it. So don't get me wrong, you can't take too much time celebrating, but I think even if I would have taken an hour and relished in whatever accomplishment I had just accomplished, I probably would. I enjoyed my law school experience so much, but I think I would have enjoyed it even more. So that would be mine, to just take it one day at a time and enjoy it.
Brittany?
My advice would be to find a friend group that shares your study habits or shares the way that you think, basically, because I went into 1L year being by myself and studying by my own self. And then as 1L year progressed and now into 2L year, I found a group of people that I can rely on, and the way that we study has helped myself, and I'm sure them, do a lot better. So finding that group of people that is now going to become your study group is really beneficial.
Definitely. Dave, last piece of advice?
I would say for me as a 1L, to not be intimidated, but know that it's okay to be overwhelmed. I think especially your first semester, there's a lot that gets thrown at you, whether it's school, tests, various ways to get involved. There's a lot that goes on your first semester. So it's okay to feel overwhelmed. And as long as you go in with your right priorities and you stay focused and you're organized, what you'll find is the feelings of overwhelming, your feelings of being overwhelmed certainly are subsided the years that you move forward through law school.
And that is all for this Q&A video with your student ambassadors. If there's any questions that you have that you did not get to hear an answer to, feel free to reach out to the admissions office and we can get you in touch with some student ambassadors as well. Thank you. Take care.